did this little piggy do? He had roast beef.
He was not happy about it.
Hey everybody, how are we today? It is time that we do another Ask Ali because it feels like forever since we've done one of those. So I am gonna use modern technology to pull up the questions. Just an FYI, I look like this because it's 1,000,000 degrees and it's humid and sweaty and but I won't apologize because this is my hair and this is my face and this is the way it's gonna be on this channel. Sometimes I ain't gonna look like Cameron Diaz and I'm okay with that. Let's do this. Do you purchase travel insurance? If so, which one would you recommend? This is like, put the phone down, such a popular question, and yes, I do purchase travel insurance. Always, 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 always. Now, generally the bigger question is, who do you go for? Well, I can tell you right now, I've never been through STA Travel or World Nomads, however, they are probably two of the most popular. I went through my local supermarket, and in general, most places will offer a maximum of 12 months. However, World Nomads can offer up to 2 years travel insurance. And the great thing with them is that you can buy travel insurance and extend it whilst you're on the road. So go down below, click the link. I've heard great things from all the other travelers who use them. So go and check that one out. But yes, I always do buy travel insurance, always will, because there will be one time that I do something stupid and like lose a leg. Touch wood that I don't. You want to see my tripod? You want to see what I work with out here? That is my beautiful Jenga tripod. Let's do our next question. Your first 2 weeks in Australia, what was the challenges and how did you overcome them? To be honest, the only challenge I had was horrendous jet lag. Now, I have never traveled so far across the world, 24 hours. To a complete different time zone where, you know, it's night here, it's daylight back home. And I literally wandered around the streets of Melbourne for the first 3 or 4 days, like, sorry. So I am so glad that I decided to stay in Melbourne for like 2 weeks because it took me a while to get over jet lag. And the other challenge I kind of had was realizing I was in Australia because that was such a big dream for me to get out here to Australia. And the amount of times I actually said, oh my god, I'm in Australia. It's just suddenly dawned on me. And that happened up until Brisbane, like a month into my trip, I kept saying that. So yeah, not the sharpest pencil. How long would you book accommodations for in the beginning of your trip? Specifically Melbourne in September, but any tips are good. Okay, this is again a really popular question, and you don't have to book for the whole time you're going to be staying, if that makes sense. For example, you arrive in Melbourne, if you're coming to Australia and you don't know how long you want to spend here, book in for like 2 nights. So long as it's not over the Christmas and New Year period, or it's not like a major festival or Formula 1 or whatever happens in Melbourne that makes it really busy, then you can literally go up to your hostel desk and extend night by night if you want to stay longer. So that's not a problem. Don't freak out. It's better to book less than more. Simply because if you book for 2 weeks and you only want to stay for 4 days, you don't get your money back. So most hostels are happy to just extend your stay night by night. What size backpack did I use in Australia? Well, I'm still using Babs, however, she's going into retirement soon. Ooh, why, you ask? You'll find out. I do love Babs, she's a fantastic, she's a 70 litre, I think. Yeah, we're not that close anymore. We used to talk all the time, lie in bed together, talk about the old days, how she used to really hurt my back. But 70 litres is far too big, and that's why I'm dumping her. I know, I'm gonna get a lot of hate comment, oh my god, you're so shallow, you're dumping your backpack because she's too fat. Yeah, get it out of the way with, comment below, you know. I'm ready for the hate. I'm shallow when it comes to my bags, what can I say? How do you transfer money from your UK bank to Commonwealth without incurring massive bank charges? I leave in 29 days. Well, Michelle, here's your answer. You're going to incur charges transferring money from one country to another. Now, I have never done this, so I technically can't give you advice how to transfer. What I can say to you, though, is what I did is when I got out here, I used my British card until I got a job and money started coming into my Commonwealth account. And then I haven't used my British card for a very, very long time because I just use my Australian bank account now. Comprende? How to keep active traveling solo for 2 weeks. Hi, we've blatantly just met. I don't really keep that active in the sense that jogging sounds like some form of poison, so I avoid it at all costs. The gym is more like a torture house, which charges you a ridiculous amount of money to be there and torture yourself. So what I'll say to you is, if you're going away for 2 weeks, you're going to be doing a lot of walking, a lot of hiking maybe. You might see a mountain over in the distance and be like, I am going to walk that mountain. And that's how you're keeping active. Just keep walking. Don't take a cab or a bus or a train unless you're literally jumping from one country to another. Just walk everywhere, seriously. And plus, if you go into a hot country, you're going to sweat out at least 10 pounds. However, if that was the case, I would disappear if I stood sideways. I don't disappear. And I ain't doing nothing but sweating. This one's from Pauline. Hi, Pauline. Have you travelled separately from your partner? What is it like when you see each other again? I know it's a personal question. Yes, it is, Pauline. I've had to answer it there. But I'm struggling myself with this. I met great guys on the road and I had 2 great relationships. When I came back, it feels awkward between my partner and I. Any suggestions? All right, let me give you the down low on me and my partner. My partner and I met out here in Brisbane over a year ago. And even though we've done a lot of traveling together, we both realized that we came to Australia for very different reasons. I wanted to just travel and go and do really wacky and random jobs, whereas he had a trade. He's an electrician and he got an amazing job in Brisbane and like traveling all over Queensland, like playing with wires and whatever electricians do and get paid a stupid amount of money for. I completely forgot the question already. Yes, so we do travel together, we travel apart. When I leave Australia, I'll be going back home where he is at the moment, and we'll be coming out to Asia again. I always used to think when we first went our separate ways to do little projects of our own, when we got back together I thought, oh my god, this is gonna be like so awkward, but it's not. I'm like, oh, I forgot how sexy you were. So it can be awkward, but I think if you really find the one, then it shouldn't be awkward. It should be rosy-daisy and everything should be fine. It's really difficult, but if a relationship is strong enough, then you can travel apart, you can travel together, you can go long times without seeing each other. The only reason we have been going long times without seeing each other is because, basically we know that we're going to travel together full time as soon as we hit Asia, so it's alright. Let's go to Twitter. Twitter. Still don't like Twitter, if you still don't know that. I just realised the fan's on. Are you hearing the fan? Is it annoying you? Because it's doing nothing for me, so I might as well turn it off. Is that better? Is there less now? What are your plans for 2015 and when are you coming back to the UK? Thank you, Amy. Love you, girl. I will be coming back to the UK in May. Hello! Until the start of June, so around 3 weeks, just to see people, see my family, kind of go home and be cold, because I forgot what that feels like. And then the rest of the plans for 2015, as far as I know, we are going to Asia. We'll be starting in Thailand and Bangkok and just traveling around like Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, and then perhaps the Philippines or China. We don't know, we're just gonna go because Asia is kind of one of those places where you just kind of arrive and then make your plans from there. Every day changes when you're on the road. How did you get your parents to open up to the idea of solo backpacking? I'm going regardless, but my mom is so against it. Okay, so yeah, convincing your parents may be one of the hardest things you can do, really, because your parents will watch the news, they will see when, like that couple in Thailand, on the island, in Koh Pao, you know, got brutally murdered. But think of all the people that visited Thailand and how many people, may I add, middle white class backpackers, not taking away from what happened to them whatsoever. Please don't get me wrong, it was horrendous, but don't the media just love it? Don't they just go crazy, start scaring parents left, right and centre? With my parents, pretty much all I did was I sat down with them and I just told them, I'm going away to Greece. This was when I was 19. I think they already had a feeling that I'd do this anyway, because I've always been a bit of a kindred spirit. And I just, you know, kind of grabbed a backpack and left. But they were always so supportive. I just kind of reassured them that they raised me correctly and they should be proud of the fact that I'm not going to go and get my head blown off and do stupid things when I'm abroad. Love you, Mum and Dad. Okay, so I realised that actually answering just those questions is a lot, and my battery and my memory card and everything's just about to go. So I will do another Q&A soon. Sorry if I didn't answer your question. I really wanted to answer literally every single question I had, but this would be about a half-an-hour video. So those are all the questions. I hope they help. If you have any questions for me, then just let me know on Twitter, Instagram or Facebook. Just use the hashtag AskAli, and hopefully next month I will do another Q&A. Don't forget my Psycho Traveller blog, website thingy at wobbler psychotraveller.com is now open. Don't forget to subscribe, keep up to date with all my travels and get some advice as well. You all know the spiel right by now. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Never forget that. Seriously, after launching my website, it just made me fall in love with you even more, because you're the only reason that I'm stood here doing this, and the reason I've got so far by doing this. FYI, Psycho Traveller turns 2 this month. Party!